Yes, ladies and gentlemen, your eyes are not deceiving you, neither are your ears. That is right. Kei Uruna of Gachi Atara has reactivated her Twitter account. But before we get right into it, I just want to say good evening. My name is TJAZZ of TJAZZART&COMICS, and this is Thursday Night News. I'm pretty happy about this, and I'm sure most of you guys in this fan base who are not toxic are as well. Now, here is the catch. Here is the catch. It is locked. So anytime an account is locked, most replies, most posts are sadly locked. And as you can see, you can only retweet some and comment on some. You can't retweet all. So any of the stuff she reposts is fair game. So you can retweet it, like I'm gonna like it. This is stuff from the actors from her stage play that is going to be opening this coming month. Yeah, like I believe it's either this week, coming week, like early June, mid-June. It's getting close. But you cannot, however, comment on stuff that she posts. So can't comment here unless you're verified, can't retweet, but you can like the post, and let's give her a like there. For obvious reasons. Now, she may have come back to promote the play, as well as her manga, for whatever the reason. I'm just glad she decided to stick it to everybody who was like, no, you can't be on here, no, you're racist, no, you're this and that, and she's like, well, I'm just gonna come back on here anyway, even though it is locked and it is privated. But it's so nice to see lots of people calling out other people. Like Mr. George over here. Sorry, I had to scroll back up. George Wa calls for a Japanese Anime Awards. Meanwhile, criticisms of Crunchyroll Anime Awards return for another year. Production IG and WIT studio president George Wa has called for a Japanese Anime Awards in recent comments that made a conference on the sustainable development of Japan's anime industry. Sharing what he felt would strengthen the anime industry's sustainability, Wa called for improvements in human resources, development, and working conditions, as well as skills, certification system, and a Japanese version of the Anime Awards. These comments were made on April 16th and published on May 25th. Other comments from the leading industry figures are below. Wa didn't reference it, but amid calls for a Japanese Anime Awards, the elephant in the room for some is the Crunchyroll Anime Awards, by far the biggest anime-centric show in the world. I highly doubt that. The latest edition pulled a reported 73 million votes of normies or legit concerned anime fans. Or bots. Let's find out. Nevertheless, it came under criticism for various angles, for somewhat inherent to the nature of many award shows and others unique to Crunchyroll's awards format and position in the industry. In the Crunchyroll Anime Awards, panelists first determined the nominees, and May noted that the panelists featured barely any professionals working in the anime industry. This is compared to, say, the still often criticized Academy Awards, where their voting is largely decided by people who have worked in the industry. I think that's a very fair argument, despite the Academy Awards going to shit. I'll rant about that in another video. While not universal, the nature of journalism, blogging, and the content creation, particularly in modern day, the fields of many of the panelists, incentives mainstream options, risking the nominations reflecting those tastes. Crunchyroll also selects panelists. Its obsolete section process leaves the decision-making radiational up to the imagination. Sorry. rotational, up to the imagination. It also maintains relationships with many of the panelists by virtue of its general marketing to these media, which Japanese production companies and organizations generally don't do much of. So basically, it's saying it's bullshit. It's complete bullshit. And it's not fair because there's nobody in the industry at all. I mean, look, they had The Weeknd presenting an award. What does The Weeknd know about anime? Sorry, not sorry. Uh, uh, what does he know about anime? And you know what I saw? There was a presenter that was being interviewed, and the person interviewing her was like, "Oh yeah, Sailor Moon is a shonen." I don't like living in this time period. I don't like living in this time period at all. I'm sorry. I don't like living in this time period. What do you mean Sailor Moon is a shonen? It's never been a shonen. It has always been magical girl shoujo. Alright? You can't label everything shonen. And basically, he's like, hey, how about people that actually work in the anime industry presenting these panels? Very much how we get actors and actresses and directors and sound designers presenting the Oscars at the Oscars. And that makes sense to me. And I hope they see some changes. And speaking of artists standing up, this lovely young man right here is saying it again, and I'll say it too. Foreign audiences must adapt. We remember when the director of Neon Genesis, El Gillian, completely rejected the pressure to modify the anime to suit the tastes of the international market. He confessed that last December that he never created anything with other countries and audiences in mind, and issue a direct warning to his global customers. Sorry, but the audience will have to adapt. Attempting to globalize a work from an outset only serves to destroy its original essence. Thank you, good sir. Thank you. Let creators create, for crying out loud. I want anime, to stay Japanese. I don't want Western stuff. Like, let me give you an example. The thing that I don't like about traveling, in general, and I've seen this time and time again, is when people go to, like, Western restaurants in different countries. So, like, oh, let's go to a McDonald's in Japan just 'cause. Now, unless they're doing a special collab or something that the States wouldn't do, right? I don't go to those because it's like, McDonald's can already have my money here in the state. Like, what? The chicken nuggets are not, it's the same recipe, they're just probably fresher because, you know, it's in a different country and they don't have as many preservatives. Yes, that's basically the only difference. But imagine trying to take anime and then westernizing it because anime tourists want it westernized, just like American tourists want everything westernized no matter which country they go. I hate it. I absolutely hate it, and I call out on this bullshit. I call it out. Let the creators create their art for their own countrymen. I don't think it's that hard. And speaking of creating, now, please note, this is not the mangaka. This is a comedian who looks like the mangaka of Nana, but this is not the mangaka, so just take that community note seriously. Now, in this, Aizawa, the acclaimed creator of Nana, has shared in an interview that she still holds the firm intention to conclude the manga, confirming that the story is already in its final stages. The iconic work has been on hiatus since 2009 due to the author's health condition, but to this day it remains one of the most beloved, read, and remembered romantic mangas in the industry. And guess what? Written by a woman. And when I tell you Nana is popular, I've seen it in every manga reshelving video, every Let's Go Get Manga video. People have done wonderful video essays of Nana. They've done wonderful arts of Nana. Nana is still pretty powerful. So next time somebody tells you that women were like not allowed in the manga industry, bring this up. And all these normies will never bring up Nana. Not a single one of them. So, Nana fans, I'm sure you're happy, and we'll just have to see where this goes. But I want to thank you guys for watching this video, and if you enjoy my content, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, and let me know in the comments if you're happy to be a Gachi Atara or Nana fan today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Now go be rebels and create.